Why young act typing so hard? Why he gotta study so hard? Bars.
I'm a scholar. You know what I'm saying? I can be a scholar.
What's going on YouTube? It's Ikenna back at it with another video. Today I'm bringing you guys the answer portion of that Q&A video. So shout out to my guy Matisse for being part of that intro. Also thank you to everybody who actually participated in submitting their questions. So let's get into it. Starting off with the first question, we got this one from Albert, and their question is, how long did it take to build a wardrobe like yours, and where do you get enough money to buy your clothing? Also, any spots in NYC, low-key ones? So I started building my wardrobe around the same time that I started YouTube. So back in 2012, 2013, I was still in 11th grade, just started working, but I didn't really have much money to put solely towards buying clothing. So what I was doing, which was really common amongst a lot of the streetwear YouTubers back in the day, I was promoting Karma Loop. So I was giving you guys like 30 to 20% off, and I would get a portion of the sales that I made, and I could use that as store credit or as cash to take it out as cash. So I was using the store credit to buy clothing, and that basically built the foundation for my wardrobe. But of course I don't wear a majority of the clothing that I bought back then because it doesn't suit the style that I'm going for. And I feel as though a lot of those crazy designs, the crazy graphics, in your face stuff is more for the high schoolers and middle schoolers, which is not a look that I'm trying to give off. So the second portion of your question, which is how do I get the money to afford my clothing? Like I said, I've been working since I was in 11th grade, but I know a lot of you guys don't want to get a formal job. You don't want to clock in, clock out, which is all cool. So what I would suggest is just finding an area that you're really interested in, whether it be graphic design, video editing, videography, photography, and just get involved in projects in your area. It doesn't even have to be paid. It could be volunteering just to build up a body of work, and then you can start promoting yourself once you have a decent body of work. You can say, oh, I'm a photographer, I worked on this project, I've worked with this person and this person, I'm a videographer, I'm a graphic designer, did this, this, and this. And people will pay you a decent amount of money to work on projects for them. And if you have a job and you work on side projects at the same time, it's a bonus because multiple sources of income is always a great thing to have. So you can use your side projects to fund a majority of your clothing purchases and also build a decent savings from your actual job by putting a majority of your paycheck into a savings account. That's always a great way to do it. The last part of your question is any low-key spots in NYC to shop. So some good places are Tokyo 7, ProCell Vintage, Metropolis, and then a bunch of these sample sales pop up between a lot of different designers. So those are always good places to get really good discounts. I know this summer, Dover Street Market, they had a Comme des Garçons pop-up shop, sample sale, whatever, and a lot of the items were highly discounted. I tried to go to it and they canceled it on the last day, and that's how I met Waz Dope and we shot that crazy video. If you guys haven't seen that, definitely go check that out. Next up, we have a question from Long Live, and their question is, has your fashion style changed over time? I can definitely say that my style has changed. I really don't rock the same style that I was wearing back in high school or even when I first started college. I'm trying to transition to a more mature look. So not so much on all those crazy graphics that are in your face, but more so on how different colors, materials, textures, patterns, how all of that coincides to making a decent outfit. So recently I picked up a pair of leather boots as suggested by my man Sanjeev over at Couture Atelier. These are a pair of Maison Margiela tuxedo boots. They definitely give off that mature look that I'm talking about. So I will definitely do a review on these in a future video. But I hope that answers your question. Next up, we have a few questions from someone, and their questions are, what are you in college for? Do you see yourself joining the creative industry? Favorite designer, and where do you see your style going in the years to come? So I'm actually in college studying biology. I'm a biology pre-med student, so that means I'm an aspiring physician. Do I see myself joining the creative industry? If you're only talking about fashion, then probably not, because I would not have enough time to focus fully on trying to get a fashion career as well as trying to get into medical school. The workload would be crazy and I couldn't handle that. So in regards to fashion, I could probably only do the YouTube videos and work with brands on the side here and there. But I would definitely love to work on a capsule collection in collaboration with the brand. I find that really interesting, how two creative ideas can come together and produce tangible items that people would actually like. My favorite designer is definitely Maison Margiela. That was the first designer I ever bought from, and I really like the style of clothing that they put out, and I can see myself solely wearing that brand every day of the week and being completely satisfied. So that would definitely be my favorite designer. And where do you see your style going in the years to come? Like I said earlier, I'm trying to transition to a more mature look, not so much on the graphics, more on how like different materials and textures play together to make a good outfit. So I would definitely be interested in trying out different silhouettes that fall under that mature look that I'm trying to go for. Now for the final question, we have one from DIY Sneaker Maestro. This person says that we went to the same high school together. I definitely remember who you are. Shout out to Jeremiah for watching and supporting the channel. He says, I would also like to ask you how you were able to grow your subscribers up to 12,000 plus. What tips and tricks do you recommend for startup YouTube channels such as mine? So I've been able to grow my channel up to this amount because I've been putting out videos for years now and finally caught the eye of you guys. But I would definitely recommend you finding a topic. So you're interested in sneakers, so find videos that you can make that are affordable. I'm definitely the worst example of this because I run a fashion YouTube channel and that gets kind of expensive. But definitely try to find videos that you can make here and there, different little inexpensive tutorials, and just put out a bunch of videos and try to make a set schedule. And then over time, the more videos you have, the more views you get, the more viewership you'll get. So your channel just grows and then it will start snowballing. I noticed that when I got to like 10,000 subscribers, my channel just started snowballing. The amount of subscribers I got increased a ton. So those are a few tips that I have, but it definitely comes down to just consistently making videos. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for supporting. I definitely enjoyed making this video for you guys. If you guys ever want to hit me up, you can always follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at elevatedike. Thank you. Until the next video, it's been Ikenna. Peace.